Warriors Abyss is a roguelite take on the Musou genre and might just be the perfect way to get you into the cult Japanese game series. Musou games specialise in pitting the player against massive numbers of largely underpowered enemies. Keep moving, use your weapons, call on your abilities, and you should be fine. It's simple and very satisfying. Publisher Koei Tecmo have developed a series of these games in the Warrior franchise, but Abyss is a bit different from the rest, and that's precisely why you might want to give it a try. The plot is paper thin, and the specifics are vague, but that's not why we're here. You get to play as one of the warriors in an attempt to fight your way out of hell. The core gameplay loop blends the familiar Musou combat of the Warriors series with roguelike elements. Complete 8 levels, requiring you to defeat an ever larger horde, and then you get to face the boss to test your build. Fail, and you start again, but retain your developments and skill tree advancements. If you think this sounds a lot like Hades, you'd be right. You hack and slash through hordes of enemies, collecting power-ups and building unique character builds for each run. The focus is on fast-paced combat, strategic character customization, and the addictive nature of those repeated runs. But this has the added pleasure of massive damage. You know when you're 25 hours into an action RPG, and you've worked your ass off on side quests to pile up the skill points into your character, and suddenly you start mashing the enemy like rotten fruit. It is deeply satisfying being overpowered in a game. Well, in Warriors Abyss, you start like that, and it is a great deal of fun. The game's visuals are presented in an isometric fashion and using a stylized Japanese look. Overall, it presents as rather dated, like a jazzed-up gauntlet, but the sheer combinations of damage and attack that you can do as you progress through the game mean you don't worry too much about that, because the screen fills up with multiple attacks coming and going across the board that you are forever jumping and sliding around to stay alive. The action is fast, simple, and deeply satisfying. The audio is in Japanese with English subtitles, but given the plot is non-existent, it really doesn't bother you. What matters is which of the warriors you are going to ally with and call upon in battle. There are over 100 characters to choose from in the base game, each with differing movements, powers, and attacks. You can call on 7 warriors to aid you in battles. Summon them with a simple combination, and they arrive to launch a devastating attack and then leave until you fill up the power bar again. Warriors Abyss has tons of replayability and plenty of content. There may be no story, but every run is different, and the depth comes from how you choose to combine the 100 available characters and how you build your skill tree to complement that selection. What is the most satisfying overpowered warrior to burst out of hell that you can create? Warriors Abyss delivers thrilling combat, extensive replayability, numerous unlockables, and introduces you to a satisfying blend of Musou and roguelike gameplay. Had enough of Hades? Done with Kingdom Come. Warriors Abyss might just be your next addiction.